several times, and we have always enjoyed the presentations. This evening, Mark will be giving a speech entitled The Leadership Challenge. It's from the Competent Communicator Manual, as was mentioned, number 7, Research Your Project. Mark has been with Toastmasters since 2012 in Winter Haven, Florida. He's an active member and officer in several Toastmasters clubs in District 84, we're District 48. Mark is a frequent contributor and presenter at Toastmasters Leadership Institute and annual conferences. He appreciates our generosity and welcoming spirit whenever he comes, so please help me to welcome Mark Gay with the Leadership Challenge.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and guests. I never thought of myself as a leader until I became one. See, I come from the banking industry, then I was a small business owner, and then most recently, a nonprofit leader. And then when I was thrust into the leadership position, I didn't know what I was doing. So I had to learn on the job. I read books, I did research, I interviewed people. And I'm still learning. What I have, this is part of the Competent Communicator Manual, and this is Research Your Topic. But this is Toastmasters, and this is the end of the day. And I want to ask you, fellow Toastmasters, to help me research this topic. Would you contribute?
Yes.
Maybe? Yes, thank you so much. I love your enthusiasm. So, leadership means a lot of different things to different people. In your life, when you were a leader, or you have worked with a leader, what are some of the characteristics that makes a great leader for you?
Oh.
Yes, Crystal.
A good listener.
A good listener.
Yes.
Great leaders listen. And in fact, when I was doing research, one of the groups that I met, after everyone have talked, about 20 people, there was a gentleman, he was about 85, 86 years old. He stood up with his cane and he said that he did interviews in his working life, and then one thing in common among all leaders is how they listen and they make things happen. You can tell who the leader is just by the way she walks and by the way he listens. That is true. Okay, what else attributes makes a great leader? I only have 7 minutes, so okay. Okay. Yes.
Someone who can set a vision.
Somebody who can set a vision for people, organization to go somewhere. That is excellent. That's actually going to be part of my presentation as well. Let's do one more. What makes, you know what, the better question is, do you consider yourself as leaders? Do you see yourself as leaders? No?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Oh my God, it's tough crowd. Next time I come, I'm gonna bring coffee or maybe something stronger, because obviously I need some help. Okay, so let's do one more. What is a leader? Okay, so somebody who listens, somebody who creates a vision, and we have leaders here. We have acknowledged that. So, are you a leader?
Somebody who do.
Somebody who do it. Okay, perfect. And that's a great segue. In my research in leadership, I have read books by John Maxwell. Anyone heard of him before? He said that leadership is influence, and everything in organization rises and falls on leadership. One of the working definitions of leadership for me is that leaders connect and influence other people to make change. The key word here is connect. How do you connect with others? You communicate, right? And I believe every time you communicate with someone, you have an exchange of energy between you and the other people. And in the research that I have, when every organization, there's a leader and there's a leech. Leader, as a leech, you coach and you teach. But if you meech or you screech, you may be a leech. Now think back in your life. Have you ever met someone who's a leech? Somebody who's taking the energy out of you and you just feel down all the time. Don't have to tell me who it is. because we want to be friends and want to be asked to come back. There's 3 characteristics that I have seen that leech says or exhibits to themselves and to others. Strike number 1. What were you thinking? Your performance can sink the entire company. See that? That works! The leech works! Strike number 1. Number 2. This is the way we always done it here. And you know what? Here, let me do it for you. Strike number 2. And my personal favorite, because I said so. Strike number leech. Are you a leech? Or are you a leader? See, I have a leadership challenge for you. Something to think about for this club and for every endeavor you have in your life. The book that I have read a few weeks ago is called Leadership Challenge by James Causes and Barry Posner. They have a study that they report and highlight in the book over 3 decades, from 1985 to 2012, in over 1,800 companies in 100 countries. They have looked at 20 attributes of leaders, of the most admired leaders. The 4 of them, I'll start from the bottom. Create vision, somebody who is competent, and somebody who can inspire. What was number 1 attribute of the most admired leaders? Just gonna wait till my time. That's okay, it's been a long day, I know. Number 1 attribute is honesty. Do what you say you will do. Sometimes the biggest distance is not in miles, but from a mouth to a feet. And just like Elizabeth said, do. Don't just talk about it, do. So my challenge is to you, can you be more honest in your life? With who you are and with the people you lead? Leadership is hard. It pushes you to the edge of your ability. And every day you have new challenges and obstacles, especially in a fast-moving world. But when you're a leader, you uplift people and you bring change. And the decision is yours. Are you a leader or a leech? Mr. Toastmaster.
Oh, come on, we can do better than that.
Yes, thank you so much. Don't be a leech.